we're inspired by what's going on around the country. People are helping each other, reaching out, looking for ways to make a difference, following the directions of the healthcare professionals. This is a proud moment for the United States Senate and for the country, and we're going to win this battle in the very near future.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on the passage of a $2 trillion relief package, and state and local governments, small businesses and large companies getting part of that deal. For the large companies, loans would help them. That, as we learned today, that 3 million Americans lost their jobs in the wake of COVID-19 already. This package is the largest economic rescue in the history of the United States of America. Here now exclusively by phone tonight, Leader Mitch McConnell. Leader McConnell, thank you very much for being here tonight. I know that you say that this was a good moment. The vote got 96% Senate support, correct?
Absolutely. And, you know, if you think about it, Martha, we pivoted from impeachment, one of the most contentious fights you can imagine, to passing this rescue package, 96 to nothing. I was proud of the Senate. We came together in less than a week, which is a very challenging thing to do in Congress with lots of different types of people and different points of view. And we delivered it. And I'm confident the House will pass it tomorrow.
So in terms of the House, Nancy Pelosi basically said, you know, thank goodness we got our arms around this thing. Republicans wanted it to be just a big gift to corporations in America, and we wrestled with it and we made it something that works for the American worker and the middle class. What do you say to that?
I wish Nancy would turn off all those political talking points. An awful lot of Americans work for big companies, so we didn't want to exclude the employees simply because of the size of their employer. She knows better than that, and that's just the kind of thing that she routinely says. I hope it comforts her members, because I certainly want them to take up and pass this bill that not a single Republican in the Senate opposed.
There's already talk about what comes next, that this is just an emergency relief bill at $2 trillion. And as I said, the largest package ever to rescue the American economy. Here's Nancy Pelosi, just one more thought from her about what comes next.
We had a proposal on pensions in the legislation that my understanding was, and I trust it is true, that the president supported, but Senator McConnell wouldn't do it, but said we'll do it in the next bill. So we're ready for that.
So what is the next bill, and how many more phases of this do you see, sir?
Well, we have a pension problem, but it's not related to the coronavirus. That's why it's not in the bill.
No, it's not.
The emergency bills that we may have to pass in the future need to be related to the subject, and that was a problem here. As some of the elbowing was going on when the Speaker came back from California and tried to get involved in the talks on the Senate bill by suggesting a number of things that were completely unrelated to the coronavirus crisis, but more related to the Democratic policy agenda. So we're not going to use these virus relief bills as a way to pass the Democratic policy proposals. That's not what this emergency is about.
So I'm about to talk to economist Stephen Moore, who sometimes advises the White House on issues of the economy. He says that he's very concerned about the 100% pay that's in this bill for 4 months. He says he wants to get people back to work, and he's afraid that that's not going to provide an incentive. In some cases, people would get even more than 100% of their normal paycheck in this plan. What would you say to that?
Well, we're all wrestling with that. I mean, we have to listen to Dr. Fauci. You just had Dr. Birx on. We can't get back to normal totally until we defeat this virus. And so our healthcare professionals, who don't have a political label, are the people who can help us get out of this healthcare, this pandemic, which is creating the economic problem. And so it is a tough call. We all want to get back to normal. Most Americans are not going to come down with this virus. They're all suffering from cabin fever, however, because they're stuck at home, many of them, unable to get out and unable to get this economy, which was roaring, back up again.
Do you have concerns that we've overblown this in any way? When you look at the clawback of some of the assessments in these models, and you know, the UK epidemiologist who's advising the Prime Minister there, sort of, you know, decimating his own estimates of what would happen here. What do you think about that?
Well, I think we have to follow the advice of the best professionals we have in America, and I have total confidence in Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx. They're the best we have to give us advice about what to do in the face of this pandemic, and I think we need to follow their advice.
All right, so we'll see the other phases of this that are coming. Are we going to see $3 trillion, $4 trillion in relief here over the course of these other phases? Before I let you go, Senator?
Well, I have to wait and see what happens. I sent the Senate home until April the 20th. We can call everyone back if there's a need to act again. But as you know, the virus invaded the Senate. At the end, we had 3 members out who were in quarantine as we voted last night. And it was time, having finished the job, for us to follow the instructions we've been giving, the healthcare professionals have been giving all other Americans.
All right. Senator McConnell, thank you so much, sir. Good to have you here tonight. We look forward to speaking with you more on all of this as it unfolds. Thank you very much.